What's the story, Morning Glory? What is the word, hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of 90 Day Fiance, Season 9, Episode 9, Poison in the Honey. So let's talk about Jibri and Miona. So we see the ending of this huge fight that went on between David and Jibri, all because, David kept on telling Jibri, you're distracted by Miona. Miona's distracting you. Miona. And Jibri was like, I've had it with people talking about Miona. I'm hearing it from my parents. I'm hearing it from you. I'm so sick and tired of people mentioning her name. And he was like, just chilling the whole Miona thing. I got this. Let's do the music. David kept on bringing up Miona. Next thing you know, Jibri was like hitting him on the face or slapping him on the face. It wasn't playful whatsoever. You could tell from Jibri's facial expression that he was aggravated as hell. And it was like he was really slapping this man on the face. And then, of course, David reacts. And then, they're rumbling and tumbling all over the floor. Space Cash, the astronaut, is trying to pull him apart. It was just a huge mess. So what it boils down is this. When the dust settled and they were able to talk like civilized human beings, Jibri was like, I just want to do the music and you keep on bringing up Miona and I just want to do the damn music. And David sees this the opposite way. He's like, you're more focused on Miona than you are on the music, and I need you to regroup and come back to the music. So they have very differing opinions on exactly the role that Miona plays in this fiasco. So David says that Miona is the source of all of their conflict and Jibri's erratic behavior. Now, is Miona the distraction or is Brandy's assets the distraction? Because Brandy has got a body on her. And so I'm just like, wow, Jibri, how can you even focus when you have, but then I guess they're like brother and sister, so it ain't no issue. So they record the song and, the song was, it was fine. It was good. It was okay. And I was wondering, okay, everybody did their part. What did Jibri do? Because Brandy sung her part. David rapped his part. And I think he rapped in Serbian. But what did Jibri do? I don't remember what he did, what his role was. And I don't and obviously, Space Cash, the astronaut, he didn't contribute much. I guess he kind of keeps them hype in the studio, and maybe when they're performing on stage, he's like the hype man on stage. I have no idea what Space Cash does, if that's even his name. I completely forgot. So at the end of it all, once they're done recording and everything goes well and they like what they've done, Jibri apologizes to the band. He's like, you know what, I'm so sorry. I've just been going through a lot lately. And he is under a tremendous amount of stress. And I'm just trying to figure out, what is he so stressed about? The plan is to live with the parents until they can save enough money to move out. Boom, that's the plan. Is he stressed out that Miona is going to go back to Serbia if she doesn't move to LA within the next couple of days and have her dream beach wedding? Is that what's stressing him out, that he can't give her what she wants when she wants it, so she might leave and she might break up with him? Because I'm not understanding. I thought y'all had talked about, even though Miona doesn't agree with the plan, that has to be the plan because there's no other choice. So maybe he's worried about her leaving to go back to Serbia if she doesn't get what she wants. So moving on to Miona. She is wedding dress shopping with Jibri's bandmate, Brandy the Body. And they're looking at dresses. And she says that her and Jibri haven't even discussed budget. Okay, that's just dumb as hell. Why would you not discuss a budget? Why would you go wedding dress shopping and find a dress that you fall in love with and then realize that you can't afford it and you have to, settle for something, that you really don't want, that you really don't care for, that is completely subpar to your expectations? Why? Let's talk about a budget. How much can you spend on a wedding gown so that you don't get caught up in something that you can't afford? That makes sense to me, right? I don't know. So Brandy's asking Miona how are things living with Jibri and his parents. And, of course, Miona hates it. And she says that, we are way too old to be living with his parents. Miona, my love, no. Y'all aren't too old to be living with his parents. Y'all are too poor to be living anywhere else and to be doing anything else. Y'all have no money. So it's not about maturity or age, or this is about finances. Money. Okay. You have no money. So if you want to keep a roof over your head and if you still want to remain in the United States, you're going to have to live with his parents. I don't know what else you're going to do. So she says that, you know, Jibri is a good, she said that Jibri meditates between her and his mom, but I think she meant to use the word mediates between her and Mahala. Brandy tells Miona about the fight between Jibri and David, and Miona was like, yes, he fights for me, and he should always fight for me, and I've taught him very well that he needs to fight for me. So it kind of seemed like she was proud of the fact that Jibri could have gotten put into a coma again by David over her. So David and Jabri have dinner together to kind of iron out their differences and try to regroup their friendship. And the discussion goes to Jabri and Miona's relationship. And I mean, Jabri is completely stressed out. Once again, he is just looking like he's just carrying the whole weight of the world on his shoulders. He doesn't know what to do, where to go. And so it appears that from their discussion, from what I could gather, was that the issue is like Miona tends to pull him away from his passion, which is creating music. And when he's with her, it's like she just wants to have a good time. Like when he would go to Serbia to go see her or to do whatever with the band, she just wanted to go on vacations and have fun. And she distracts him from the music, which is what David has been saying since day one. She distracts you from your career. And he can't focus. He says he's a creative type of person. He needs to create to feel alive. The fun that he has with Miona can only last for so long. You know, that can only sustain him for so long. He needs to be creating his music. And Miona has a way of, I guess, you know, pulling him away from that, distracting him from that, however you want to put it. So he asks David, what advice would you give me in my situation? Would you think that I should be getting married right now? And of course, when he asked that question, it was almost as if, you know, he was expecting a certain answer, and that's why he asked it. Like he was expecting David to say, no, don't get married, which is exactly what David said. David told him, I don't think you should be getting married right now. I think that you need to get to know each other better. I think y'all are rushing things, and you need to take time to really get to know each other. So Jabri, in his confessional, he talks about now he's having serious doubts about marrying Miona. And I think that they're still going to get married. I don't see how they cannot. I think they're still going to get married, and I think they're going to get married right there in Rapid City. And yeah, he's still going to marry Miona. Miona is like his addiction. He is still going to marry Miona. That's without a doubt. So I don't even know why he's having this discussion with David and why he's asking these questions. He's going to end up marrying Miona. I don't see how he won't. But as far as like, and I kind of don't understand what he meant that Miona is pulling him away from his passion, because she went to Chicago with him for him to do this song with this producer. She's like encouraging him to do his music. She seems like she's like a big support for him in his music. So I don't understand like what the distraction is. Maybe things were different in Serbia, where she had the ability to be like, come on, let's go do this and let's go do that. And he was doing everything but creating music. Whereas here in the United States, she doesn't have that control over him because she's not familiar with the area that she's in. I have no idea. But I'm really glad that Jibri and David were able to patch up their differences and get back on track with their friendship. And they did their song. And yeah, it seems like things are kind of like getting back on track. I have no idea. But that is my review for Jibri and Miona. Jibri and Miona always seem to be my shortest review. I don't know why. It seems like not a lot is really happening with them. But that is my review. On your way out, please don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, please subscribe. If you don't like this content, don't worry about it. Thank you for stopping by anyway, and I'll definitely talk to you later. Bye.